Hello, welcome to my channel, and today I'm going to be talking about relocating to Ireland as a teacher. Okay, a lot of people doesn't know that Ireland has been recruiting teachers, has been recruiting caregivers, has been recruiting a lot of positions, a lot of jobs. I once did a video that is here on my channel showing you how many people from all over the world have entered Ireland and are settled in Ireland and are working in Ireland. Okay, so today I'm going to be doing a step-by-step guide on how to relocate to Ireland as a teacher. Okay, if I'm not looking at you, I'm looking at my notes so that I don't miss anything for you. You know, teachers, I know a lot of teachers here in Africa, they struggle to survive. Some of them are renting, they can't even afford to buy a house. Some of them can't even afford to buy a ground so that they can build their homes. And because of this, you know, that's why someone like me comes and bring different opportunities. You might not be a teacher, but you can study towards being a teacher. Get your degree, ship out, relocate, move from Africa, because here you are not valued enough. Here you are not earning enough for this kind of sacrifices, for the kind of knowledge that you have. For me to be able to speak like this, it's because of a teacher. For me to speak English like this is because of a teacher. But I've realized that here in our continent of Africa, not only Africa, Asia, and some other parts of the world, teachers are not valued enough. Teachers are not being given enough empowerment, enough payments, or enough earnings. They are not getting enough earnings for what they deserve, for the amount of work they put in, for the amount of work, the sacrifices. I have a mother that is a qualified teacher with a master's degree. I saw my mother going through her diploma in teaching. It took 4 years, but it was hard work. 3 years or 4 years, it was hard work. And then I saw her doing a teaching BEd, Bachelor of Education degree. The work she put in, sleepless nights, the practicals. It's a lot for a teacher to teach a small child. The amount of education a teacher must acquire to teach a small child. That's why I bring these different opportunities, because my mother is a qualified teacher. I know the passion that a teacher has towards a work, because I know the education that you guys go through to be able to teach with confidence, with love, with passion. So I believe, personally, I believe teachers, you deserve to be appreciated. I believe as a teacher, you deserve to earn enough to live a comfortable life. It's so sad that in Africa, a teacher is an ordinary person that struggles. You know, some of the rich children from rich families, they look down upon teachers. But is that teacher that is bringing knowledge to your child? Is that teacher that is training your child to be a better person? Whether you are rich or what, for you to be able to count your wealth, you need a teacher. So to me, teachers are important. To me, teachers must be treasured. To me, teachers must be given enough salary to have dignity. We've got so many teachers right now who are in retirement, like my mom, reaching their retirement age, like my mom, and they don't have something to show off. For all the years they sacrificed to teach children, they've got nothing to show off, you know, because their salaries were just hands to mouth. But I pray that if you are still a young teacher, if you are still desiring to be a teacher, teaching is a very good profession. If you go to a country that treasures it, a country like New Zealand, a country like Ireland, a country like Canada, a country like America, a country like Australia, a country like, you know, all these developed countries, they treasure teachers, and the teachers are honored, given enough earnings, enough salaries for their dignity. You know, they've got their dignity. You know, in Africa, teachers are ordinary people. You know, if he manages to buy a car, it's because maybe selling chickens, he's doing a side hustle to match their salary. So because of that, I say teachers, look at these opportunities. If you are desiring to go to school and study as a teacher, don't hesitate. Don't undermine being a teacher. It's a good job. It's a good career. And my dear, go for it. listen to me, go for it. The world is an oyster for teachers. The world has opened up opportunities for teachers. New Zealand is recruiting teachers. Australia is recruiting teachers. Canada is recruiting teachers. America needs teachers. Ireland needs teachers. So in this video, I'm going to show you or give you a step-by-step of how you can do or relocate to Ireland as a teacher. Okay, number one, you need to get your qualifications recognized by NARIC. NARIC is the board or a QQI assessment. That's the board in Ireland that evaluates your foreign end qualifications to the equivalent of the Irish standards. Okay, you need to have your teaching qualifications assessed to ensure they match the Irish standards. Okay, number two, you need to register with the Teaching Council of Ireland. Okay, you must register with the Teaching Council to teach legally in Ireland. Okay, you can do all this whilst you are still in Africa. Okay, all this information, you can come to me for consultation, then I guide you step by step, or you can Google and find your way out. Okay, you will be assessed to determine your eligibility. In some cases, you may be required to complete an adaptation period or an aptitude test. Okay, all these tests are there to assess you, to assess your knowledge, to know that you are able and qualified to come and teach in Irish. Remember, you have gotten your qualification in Botswana, Zambia, Namibia, Tanzania, Zimbabwe, Nigeria. So for you to go to Ireland as a teacher, they need to assess you so that they know you can teach in Ireland. Okay, number three, you need to secure a job offer. Okay, there are a lot of schools, listen to me, there are a lot of schools that are offering sponsorship for teachers in Ireland. A lot of schools need teachers in Ireland. So don't be afraid. Where am I going to secure this job? You can just apply with a good CV that passes through ATS. During consultation, I also guide you to make a very good CV so that you can get or secure a job offer. Okay, once registered, you can start applying to schools and education boards in Ireland. As you know, just like here in Africa, most schools have got boards and, boards of schools that govern and run the schools. So you can apply directly to boards or you can apply directly to schools once these stages 1 to 3 are done. Okay, once you get your job offer, the company will give you the contract for your job offer. The contract determines how much you are going to be earning, the number of hours, everything, a contract of employment. It has got all the information that you need regarding your position as a teacher in Ireland. Okay, once you have this contract, the rest is easier. Trust me, a lot of people always worry about the visa, but I always tell them, once you have a job offer, the rest is easy. It's a walk in the park. Okay, you apply for your work visa. It's called a critical skills or a general employment permit. Okay, so you can get a critical skills or a general employment permit. Okay, once you get your job offer, your employer will start your work permit application. Okay, so your employer can do it for you. Your employer can secure an agent to help you with that, or you can do that with the help of your employer. Okay, if the role of teaching you are applying for qualifies for a critical skills person permit, then you can also apply your critical skills permit. Okay, if it falls under critical or a general work permit. Okay, general employment permit for other teaching positions. So the teaching positions differ. You can't expect someone who is a mathematician to have a same teaching qualification with someone who is an ECD or a primary level teacher. The skills, some have got degrees, some have got diplomas. So the type of your offer determines the type of permit you will be applying, between critical skills permit or general work permit, okay? Both routes allow you to bring your spouse and your children. Some may not understand spouse, but when you talk of spouse, we are talking of your husband or your wife and children. So whether you've got a general work permit, whether you have got a critical work visa, both routes allows you to relocate with your dependents, which is your spouse, your husband or your wife, or your children, okay? Now we go to step number 5. You relocate and start your new life, okay? Better pay. That's one advantage of teaching abroad. You've got a better pay, which is a better salary. Whether it's paid in wages or what, it's way better than the amount of money you are getting Africa, Asia, or wherever you are, okay? Safer schools, you get safer schools. I know a lot of people that are teaching in certain countries whereby it's risky as a teacher every day to go to school, but when you teach in Ireland, you are teaching in safer schools. Your children will go to safer schools and it's all good to you. You have got access to health care. As a teacher, I know for us, some of us here in Africa, if you can't afford private medical care, you do not have good access to health care. But in Ireland, you will be having access to health care as a teacher and your children and your dependents, okay? Your children can attend quality schools, okay? You know, developed countries, your children now have access to attending quality schools, good schools abroad, you know, and it's good for you, it's good for your children, and it's good for everyone, you know. Who doesn't want their children to go to good schools? Who doesn't want their children to get good education? Who doesn't want their children to live in a safe environment? Ireland is one of the safest countries. I've got a friend of mine who relocated. She's a doctor. She relocated with a friend, with a family to Ireland. She's always telling me how safe it is, how happy and comfortable she is for her children to play outside. You know, she's comfortable. She's coming from South Africa and she relocated to Ireland and she's happy because her main concern was safety for her children. Always looking out, you know, someone can kidnap my children, you know, a gunshot can come through to my children, you know, a bullet, things like that. But when you're in Ireland, you have got peace of mind. It's a safe environment, clean environment, healthcare, good education, peace of mind. You know, that's all you desire. You know, some people, all they want is just peace of mind, good salary, a salary that makes you develop, a salary that makes you build back, a salary that makes you invest. I know a lot of people, they don't want to spend the rest of their lives in the diaspora. It's okay. You can just go work, save, invest back home, and come back home with your savings, and you will have a beautiful retirement back home. Who doesn't want that? Because at the end of the day, after our children have acquired good education, the next thing we want is a good retirement. The next thing we want is a secure retirement. The next thing we want is knowing that my retirement is secure, knowing that I'll be able to take care of myself in retirement, knowing that I'll be able to look after myself in the during my retirement. You and your spouse having that peace of mind is what most of us are in the diaspora. Most of us are working hard. Most of us are desiring to relocate because it's tough growing old with no stable income. It's hard growing old with no secure retirement. It's hard growing old not knowing how you are going to send your children to university. It's tough. But when your children have got good education, your retirement is secure, you have peace of mind. You know, some people are sick because they don't have peace of mind. Some people have got high blood pressure because they do not have peace of mind. So this is all you get when you relocate to Ireland. You know, competitive salaries, you know, there are competitive salaries. Pathway to permanent residence. After a certain number of years, you can apply for a permanent residence and end up being a European citizen. You can travel all Europe, you know, even if you decide to come back to Africa, you'll be having your citizenship in Europe. And if things are not okay for you in Africa, you can always go back because you do have your red passport, you do have your European passport, and you can travel to any European country that you want, and you have created a good legacy for your grandchildren. You have created a good legacy for your children. They don't just have African citizenship, they now have African citizenship and European citizenship. Look what happened to white people in Africa when things were getting bad in Africa, because they had dual citizenship, European citizenship and African citizenship. When things were bad in Africa, their parents sent them back home to their country of origin in Europe, and they don't struggle to get there, they don't struggle to relocate because they already have got paperwork. That's the same thing if you go and live abroad with your children. You leave them with that legacy of having dual citizenship, which is an advantage, which is a benefit to all the children that are born abroad from African people. So it's an advantage. Your children have got options, your children have got choices. Where do they want to study without struggling to pay abroad international school fees? One thing that is very painful for us Africans is to send our children to universities abroad because they are expensive, and converting our African countries into the currencies in Europe is tough. So when your children have got this dual citizenship whilst they are young, when they get to university level, if they decide to go and study in Europe, they've got paperwork, they'll just get bursaries, pay back the government, and they might decide to live there, who knows? Or they might decide not to come back to Africa, who knows? But you have created a good legacy for your children. So when you think about relocation, those are some of the things that you look into. Long-term benefits for you, long-term benefits for your children, long-term benefits for your generation. You have created a generation of dual citizenship, a generation of people who can travel all over the world, just because of one step, one decision that you make. Some may say, Sissy Jean, I do not have any qualification. Let me tell you, my dear, it's never too late. Even if you don't have a high school diploma or a high school qualification, you can go back to school right now and you'll get your matric. You can go back to school right now and get your high school certificate. After getting your high school certificate, you can apply for part-time Bachelor of Education degree. University of South Africa, University of Western Cape, you can do your Bachelor of Education part-time, okay, whilst working so that you can survive and pay your fees as well as acquiring your education. I can tell you for sure, I'm still studying. Whatever you put your mind to, you can get it. Anything you decide to do, you can get it. Anything you say today, Sissy Jean, I want to do this, you can do that qualification and still get to do the job of your dreams and still relocate and still catch up with others. You can still go back to school at 40 and work hard for your retirement and still invest, buy properties and save towards your retirement than just sitting back, crying and mourning and complaining about the government, about the politics, which is not going to change anything. Remember, successful people are people who refuse to remain who they are. So you choose to say, I don't want to struggle. I don't want to be a domestic worker anymore. I don't want to be a gardener anymore. I don't want to work in construction as an ordinary person anymore. I need to work and go to school. You can only achieve that by working, because you're an adult now. There is no one who's going to sponsor you to go to school. So you can only achieve it by going to school and working. You work during the day, you study at night. This is what someone like me has been doing for years, and I'm still doing it. I'm still working and studying. During the day, it's work time, running family, doing whatever I need to do as an adult. At night, when the children are asleep, I don't sleep like the children, okay? 8 hours. I'm an adult. I sleep 4 to 5 hours, wake up, drink coffee, and continue cruising. Because we do not have benefits like other people. I did not have anyone leaving inheritance for me. I did not have anyone leaving houses for me. I did not have anyone leaving money for me to take care of myself and my children. Everything that I'm doing now, I'm doing from scratch. So if you're an African like me and you desire to change your life, this is the way: working hard, going to school. Working hard, going to school. Why do you need to work hard? So that you can have money to buy textbooks, so that you can have money to take care of your family, so that you can have money to pay your school fees and your children's school fees. Trust me, when you think about going to school as an adult, it takes a lot of sacrifices. You know, some of us, we repeat clothes over and over again. We do hairstyles that doesn't need a lot of maintenance. Why? Because we do not have money to do hairstyles every week, and now, you know, we sacrifice to go to school. We now have responsibility. As an adult that is going back to school, you have got responsibilities for yourself, you've got responsibilities for your future, you've got responsibilities for your children. So to manage your salary, to do all these things, your school fees, your textbooks, your children's school fees, your children's textbooks, and food, house, accommodation, rent, electricity, water, and all these things, it takes a lot of sacrifices. Cutting up on fashion, cutting up on all these expensive things that other people do, but you sacrifice with a goal, you sacrifice with a focus, and go back to school, improve your life, and relocate. Within 4 years, you are done with a degree of education. Within 4 years, you are doing your experience. Maybe you work 2 years in Africa for more experience for you, and relocate. You can do nursing. There are so many careers you can study whilst working hard. About that, you can watch much of my videos. You can come to me for consultation. If you don't know what career to do, what are the careers that are in demand forever, I can guide you with that. I can guide your children so that you create and increase your chances of relocating abroad. I hope this video was so insightful to you. I hope this video has helped you a lot. On my Facebook page, I've got a channel, a page that is designed for job links, where I post job links from all these opportunities I talk about. Teachers in Ireland, teachers in New Zealand, teachers in Australia. I send you job links so that it's easier for you to apply. Okay, all you need to do is to go to my Facebook page, Jean the Blessed. Look for every comment section of mine. You will see the link to join my subscription page. You pay like 70 rands a month. That subscription page has got an abundance of jobs links for you, where it's easier for you to just go apply for jobs. Every single day I post links for the whole year, and you apply and relocate. You know, choice is yours. I cannot force you to do what you don't want. If everything is okay for you here, you are living a good life, then this video is not for you. But if you know your retirement is not planned, you don't know where your children are, university fees are going to come from, you don't know where your future is going, this video is definitely for you. Never underestimate a teaching qualification. Never underestimate education. Education is key to life. There are so many skills that are in demand abroad. You can come to me, I can guide you. I love you very much. I'm going to leave you here. You will come again here on my channel. Make sure that you subscribe, you click the notification link so that when I post new videos and new opportunities, you don't miss out. I love you very much. My name is Jean the Blessed. God bless you.